So entitlement is nothing. It's a way of authorization to an application. If you want to access any particular application when it comes to real-time project or any application in your day-to-day activities, like WhatsApp, if you are going to use so from the back-end, application team is going to assign some entitlement, just for your understanding. Understand I'm explaining. If you want to use Gmail, then the moment the user is going to create from the back-end, they are going to add some entitlement or some groups. So application team is responsible for this entitlement creation. They will take care of each and everything. So we can import this entitlement into SalePoint, and we can assign to the users. So our job as a SalePoint administrator or as a SalePoint person, we are responsible to manage, which means we are going to configure, we are going to assign to the users. In some cases, if application team couldn't create or they face any issue, then we can create. So let's learn two things. 1. How we can import those entitlement, which is maintained by application team into SalePoint. Second, how we can create entitlement in SalePoint. Is that clear, guys? So entitlement. Okay. So first we will learn how we can import from application team. So application team has maintained those entitlement in a particular server particular place. They have maintained those access levels. So let's talk about this one. It's the same way if we have imported identities, right? The same way. So they have maintained some feed file. So let me open one feed file. Okay. So they have maintained one feed file where all entitlement details are there. So this application attribute value. These are the attribute. Okay. So attribute name they have mentioned. Attribute value they have mentioned. Attribute value means entitlement. Name they have mentioned display name how it's going to look like for the end user, who is going to be the owner for this entitlement. They have maintained this feed file in somewhere. So after that, if you want to import these feed file, just go to application. So for which application you are going to import those entitlement? Okay, let's talk about this drive Google. Open this. Okay, just go configuration. Go to configuration page. Here you can check this. Object type is account, which means object type. Account means this account is responsible for importing all the identities. You can add one more object type for groups. Just click on the Add Object Type. As of now, we have only object type account. Now I'm going to create one object type. Just click on that. You can mention as group. OK. Click OK, OK. So it will be populate. It will be visible. So you can check. Previously we had only one account. Now we have one group. So in this group page, the same way you have done for accounting, identities the same. You can mention the file path. You can mention file encoding millimeter type isn't going to be comma or pipeline. You can mention the same. Okay, so you can check. File is column header the first line. So if you want to, if you are going to enable this one, then it will consider as an attribute, or else it will consider as an identity or entitlement. So you have to mention the same. Just go to schema page. So here also one more object that has been added. So like group. So from here, aggregation type is going to be group. Okay. If you're going to select alert, which means we have to create alert task. So as of now, we are going to deal with groups, which mean entitlements. So select group, and you have to create group task. Okay. So the moment you are going to click on the Discover Schema attribute, all the attributes will be populated from the feed file. If you want to add any new attributes separately, you can click on that or you can delete. So already we have application called PeopleSoft where I've configured the same. Just go to configuration page. I have already added one object type called group. Can check, so I have given the path. I have given the delimiter type selected. A file has column header. Just go to schema. There are also already one object that has been added. Okay. So from this page, all attributes value has been populated when the moment I have clicked on the Discover Schema attribute. Let me open the feed file, which is maintained by application team. Okay. So these are the attributes like application attribute value, display name owner requestable. So all these attribute value has been populated here. Application attribute value, display name. Okay. So I have given the identity attribute and display attribute as value. Value is the attribute. Whenever you are going to create any entitlement, so you have to provide entitlement name. So I'll explain after 5-10 minutes when the entitlement creation will come. Okay. So the simple, just you have to add one more. Object type. Just click on the Discover Schema attributes. It will be populated here from the using this attribute. You can set this identity attribute and display attribute value. That's it. Just save after that. Go to Task. We have defined all the configuration in the applications. Application team maintained the feed file separately. We need to import. So we are going to create one more task called Account Group Aggregation, not Account Aggregation. Just click on the Account Group Aggregation task. Provide the application name like Peoples of Group Aggregation. Okay. Because we are going to import entitlements. So these are the things we will learn later. We have a separate topic for that. Now I'm going to select which application. So I'm going to select. I couldn't select a PeopleSoft. No, it's okay. People's Office there. Just save and execute. Go to Task Results. Select the Peoples of Group Aggregation. Just now, we have executed. OK. Now you can check. So applications can